student of Kankakee Valley High School. This video was created by Mr. Nowine's 4th hour honors government class. Our goal is to better educate our county on the upcoming primary. Here are some candidates who accepted our invitation.
Hi, I'm Peyton, and this is Dr. Gerrit DeVries, and he is going to answer some questions regarding his running for county council. Could you start by introducing yourself?
Yes, my name is Gerrit DeVries. I'm aged 63 now, so getting older, but I'm formerly an optometrist. That was my life's profession. I'm retired since September of 2014, and well, you know, that's a tremendous field that I guess leads into what I'm doing now to be an office holder. I learned to listen. As one in healthcare, patients come in, they have problems. They want to discuss. Part of what I need to do then is make a diagnosis. I have to listen to them. I have to get a feeling for what's hurting. I think that's what's really helped me in my office holding as county councilman. We're dealing with tax issues, money issues, things that are very close to people, because they work hard for their money, they want it well spent. And so with a heart in that way, heart of compassion for them, that's how I seek to perform my duties as a county councilman. I lived in DeMott since 1979, and a very, very enjoyable, wonderful county, beautiful county. And so that has led me into wanting to be part of the community more than just one that works in the community, wants to serve the community. I became president of the DeMott Park Board about a year after I was here, and worked with that. That led me into become a member of the DeMott Town Council, and 5 years. And then, but there were other things that I was involved in, so I didn't run again after that. Until I felt called to get involved with county council. But so, little summary of what my life was like in early days, and I want to continue in that regard, if I may. I'm ending now, actually coming to a close of my 2nd term, so it'll be almost 8 years come the end of this year. And I really would like to hold the office another term. After that, I have no plans. I just would like to go another 4 years, because I think we can accomplish what we set out to do, and that's listen to the people and speak up for those who I think are hurting due to the county tax issue. That's the big one.
Okay, and is that going to be your first priority running into office, or do you have something else?
Well, being that I've been in the office now for almost 8 years, that was the reason that got me started in the first place. When I was alerted to the fact, just from reading the paper, that suddenly the county income tax jumped from 1.5% to 3.05% in one fell swoop, I just said, this is wrong. There's something wrong here. So I talked to a person who was on the county council at the time, Diane Richardson, and just to get more information. I think often you'll find that you pay no attention to what's taking place in an office like that. I mean, who knew county council? What do you do? County commissioners, who knew what they do? But if suddenly, wow, this is really interfering in your life and others in a big way, then okay, I want to know what's happening, and I want to have a voice in that. And through the years, I guess I've learned that I can speak up, and that's why I would hope the young people here realize that too. You think, wow, do I have the nerve to get in front of these office holders? I have so many people that say, I want to go to the county council meeting, but I'm afraid to talk. Well, years ago, I used to be fearful of that too, until I was on both sides. I spoke up one time at one of the DeMott Plan Commission meetings, and for our neighborhood, they relied on me. I've always been a tall guy, except when I was a baby, but people looked up to me. I was taller than most people, so they said, okay, you're our voice, whether I liked it or not. And you learn to start having more comfort with that. You learn that something that, in my view, the Lord has called me to be a spokesperson for people who feel trampled on. As an eye doctor, I felt called to go out, actually in a mission field out to the country of Honduras. Extreme poverty like I had never, ever seen in my life. And these people needed someone to help them see, so I could provide glasses and health care to them. And that's a wonderful feeling. How can I take that experience then? 20 trips that I did to Honduras. How can I take that and transfer it to where I live, where it's different? We don't see that kind of poverty. And one way is being the voice, the mouthpiece for people who are hurting yet are afraid to speak. So, that's been the reason I started on the county council. Now, as you go each year, you realize there's other issues that come up besides that. Fortunately, we don't face the income tax, property tax issue, but once a year, at least the main vote. And this year we've done it a little differently in that we've allowed more of our meetings to actually talk about this issue, to welcome people to our council meetings to talk about it. And I don't know if it's worse or better, because now several meetings we go through this confrontation. There are those who want it just as it is because it benefits them. And those who I think the vast majority of people on this issue are being hurt dramatically, because all of a sudden their income tax, the tax that they paid on the dollar, on their paychecks, and in fact for students too, this would affect you a lot if you have any part-time work. All of a sudden you got a big chunk coming out of your paycheck that goes to county income tax. And in comparison, Porter County has 0.5%, Newton County is 1%, Jasper County is 2.864%. Most of you don't own any property more than likely your parents do, a home, but you do not get any benefit from the fact that property tax is low, yet the income tax that you're paying is what's now supporting county government. So I'm sure you would like to take a little bit more money home after each of your paychecks come. You shouldn't have to be paying that kind of money. Yet, to be honest with you, our biggest foe in this is the farming community. Now, farming, we need food, we do. But to take that issue and be so self-serving, I've talked to others involved in farming. I says, don't you have a feeling for those who are, say, working up north, some of the mills, coming back? They maybe have a modest home. They don't own much property, so they're not really gaining from the fact that property tax is low, but they're getting clobbered with income tax because they have no means to hide income. And when I say hide, not stash it under a bed. There are ways and means legally you can write off things. And in farming you can do that. You buy a big piece of machinery, you can do that. In fact, I own real estate. I own several pieces of rental property. I have a means of writing off expenses. I can write off the buildings as a depreciation. I'm retired, So my income is lower now than it used to be. So actually for me, right now, this is great. I should be very happy how the situation is because I don't have a lot of income to get taxed. I have property that doesn't get taxed very much. Yet that's not why I was chosen to be in this political office. I was led to speak up for those who are being hurt by it. And that's how, as somebody in political office, your heart should be. It shouldn't be so selfish. It should be for others. So that's what's leading me. That's what continues to lead me in this office and in my life, for that matter. You know, speak up for others.
So is that what influenced you to continue to run for office? Or
It did.
or others?
It gets tiring, let me tell you, because here you are, you're passing out literature. I've had people, I don't want that. You're nothing but a politician. You're a crook like all the others. Really. Now that's something to have people say to you. You ever have somebody to tell you that you're a crook?
Mm-hmm.
And why do I choose to be lumped together in such an office? My wife thinks, you're crazy. Why do you do that? Because I think it's the right thing. I think it's something I'm called to do. I've got a strong enough backbone to put up with that, even though I am clumped into, I mean, does anybody have a respect for people in politics? It doesn't seem like it. Unfortunately so.
What is the most important issue regarding our county?
Well, besides the income tax issue, I mean, I don't want to go on and on about that. But, you know, the roads are an important issue. I hear that a lot. And I drive on them, and, you know, I was like, oh my goodness, did I tear a wheel off, you know? And we want this county to look good. We have to provide the services, snow removal, sheriff's department. Now, they are facing big hurdles. And we hear time and time again Sheriff Reisner talk about the drug issue. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. And how just the very small taste of a drug will get somebody hooked, and hooked for life. When he was telling us a couple years ago about crock, I guess it just eats your skin. It's just I couldn't believe it. But those are issues. Can we, as a council, work with that? We as a council don't necessarily go out there in that way, but we can provide the funds for this. That's what a county council does. We're the ones that we decide on tax rates, what taxes should be, and setting the budget. And so if something comes up, we say this is a good thing, needs to be funded in an additional matter. That's upon our shoulders to make that decision. And drugs, getting another officer to control the drugs, that was our decision. And we pushed it. And I think it's a good thing.
Okay. And if you are reelected, what do you hope to accomplish?
What do I hope to accomplish? Well, my hope is always to be diligent in the research. When there's an issue, I've always been one, I want to know more about it. I suppose because being in the health field, there'll be new things that come up, new treatments, new ways to take care of vision problems. Well, same way in political office, there's issues that come up that are new. We just can't go to the meeting and open up our folder at that time and suddenly say, okay, what it's about, we have to do the research. So that's what I want to address always as issues come up. And you just never know exactly. We can deal with, you know, a jail issue, repairing. We can deal with, once again, with the sheriff's department, more equipment, highway department, personnel. So those are all issues that we have to take a special look at and really have a heart for. So that's what I hope to do the best I can and have that fire within my heart to keep doing it.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. We hope you the best of luck in the election.
I thank you for the opportunity to do this. It was a very well spent 15 minutes.